Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I've got a bit of a new look this week, or today. I've chopped all my hair off, which might be a shock to some of you because my hair was like down to here last video, but I think it's cute. Today I'm just going to be chatting about some of the books that I've recently bought or what I'm currently reading, what I've downloaded onto my Kindle, because in my opinion these are some pretty cool books and I'm actually really excited to read them or to continue reading them. To begin with, I have decided to delve into Clarice Lispector. Clarice Lispector? I don't know if the surname's French. I assume the name is though. I have just started this. It's actually a collection of short stories. I love the writing style. Her writing is insane, so beautiful, like really, really, really gorgeous. I underlined this line in the first short story, and I just, even this, it's so simple, but I think it's so pretty. The clock strikes 9, a loud sonorous peal followed by gentle chiming, an echo, then silence. The bright strain of sunlight lengthens little by little over the lawn. It glows climbing up the red wall of the house, making the ivy glisten in 1,000 dewy lights. It finds an opening, the window. It penetrates and suddenly takes possession of the room, slipping past the light curtains standing guard. How gorgeous is that? So gorgeous. I don't have much to say about like the book itself yet because I've not read it all. This isn't necessarily one I've heard of. I've been seeing a lot about the author and I really want to read more of her stuff, or just any of her stuff. She's supposedly great and I'm not surprised by how gorgeous that writing is. God, if I could write like this, my prayers would have been answered. My cat is like lying on my laptop right now. Come here. Ow! Anyway, so yeah, Clarice Lispector, beautiful. I've also downloaded one of her books onto my Kindle. Oh, A Breath of Life by the same author. That's supposedly great. That's one that I'm wanting to get started on too at some point. But yeah, those are the two by her. And then I've got another author that I've heard a lot about, never read, but like it's supposed to be amazing. And like from the snippets I have read, I'm fully in agreement. Anyway, it's Anaïs Nin, I think that's how you say her name. I'm not sure about the surname. I've got Delta of Venus. From everything I've heard, she's a beautiful, like, sensual sort of writer. Writes amazingly about sex and sensuality and kind of more erotic stuff. But I just love, I'm going to read out the blurb on the back, but it says, in Delta of Venus, Anaïs Nin conjures up a glittering cascade of sexual encounters, creating her own language of the senses. She explores an area that was previously the domain of male writers and brings to it her own unique perceptions. Her vibrant and impassioned prose invokes the essence of female sexuality in a world where only love has meaning. Yeah, from everything I've heard, she's a trailblazer in that kind of writing. One of the first women to write in that more erotic style. I've read little snippets from her on like Pinterest and just online, and like the writing is insane. So that's another one I'm really excited to get to. Lots of female writers because I love female writers. And then we have Lady Sings the Blues by Billie Holiday. I wanted to pick up something about music, and I love jazz, blues, soul, that kind of very nostalgic, slow kind of music. And I love Billie Holiday. I love her music. She's great. So I thought it would be really fun to read something from her perspective. Billie Holiday grew up scrubbing floors and running errands in a brothel before she began singing in Harlem speakeasies as a young teenager, and became one of the greatest jazz icons of all time. Wisecracking, gutsy, and unsparing, this is her story. Her rise to stardom, her struggles with addiction and racism, her adventures in love, told in her own words without self-pity and with huge emotional power. Yeah, that just sounds like it would be a great book. And it's pretty short. These are all really short books, so easier reads, I'd say. Easier to get through pretty quickly. But I've not read like a good autobiography in a while, so yeah, I picked that up because it was between this and Patti Smith. I've actually never read anything by Patti Smith, and she's, you know, oh my God, sorry, this cat is attacking me. I've never read anything by Patti Smith, even though I know she's supposed to be amazing. And I was gonna pick something up by her, but then I saw this and I was like, if it's to do with jazz, I have to, because I love jazz. If you don't know me, then you know what. I just love jazz, and you're probably in like every single one of my videos I'll have the same just jazz track in the background, but yeah. And then the next book I've got, this one I'd say I'm most excited for. Anything by Fitzcarraldo Editions usually is just like amazing, and I love it. This one I'm super, super, super excited for. It's called One Boat by Jonathan Buckley. I've not I'm sorry. I'd not heard of this before. All of these books I just picked up in, I was like looking around the bookshop, so it was just whatever sort of caught my eye. But I'm just gonna, again, read out the blurb. I don't know, I've not heard of anybody who's read this, so I don't know anybody's opinions or if it's well rated or whatever, but this just sounds great, and it's kind of giving me the same vibes as like Hot Milk, and maybe Bonjour Tristesse, just because it's got more of that summery sort of feel. But anyway, okay. On losing her father, Teresa returns to a small town on the Greek coast, the same place she visited when grieving her mother 9 years ago. She immerses herself again in the life of the town, observing the inhabitants going about their business, a quiet backdrop for her reckoning with herself. An episode from her first visit resurfaces vividly. Her encounter with John, a man struggling to come to terms with the violent death of his nephew. Soon, Teresa encounters some of the people she met last time around. Petros, an eccentric mechanic whose life story may or may not be part of John's. The beautiful Nico, a diving instructor, and Xanth, a waitress in one of the cafes on the leafy town square. They talk about their longings, regrets, and the passing of time, their sense of who they are. Artfully constructed, absorbing, and insightful, One Boat is a brilliant novel grappling with questions of identity, free will, guilt, and responsibility. I mean, that just... Me and my partner are both so excited to read this. It just sounds like such a beautiful novel. Like, I mean, I love the way the blurb is written as well, actually. That's great. But it just, I love anything that's kind of summery. Although I'm a big autumn girl, but with books, I do love when it's like based on like an island and it's summery, which is why it was giving me Hot Milk, Bonjour Tristesse vibes. I love that it's about like identity, and it's a dive into perception of people and ourselves, and basically it's just everything I love in a book. So this sounds really good, and I'm super excited to get to. If anything though, I'm just kind of putting it off because whenever I think I'm really gonna like something, I'm like, I need to wait for the perfect time. But maybe I will literally just start this today because I need to read it. It just sounds so good. And it's, how many pages is it? Oh, it's only 166 pages. But it looks thicker than the other ones. I guess Fitzcarraldo editions like often don't use the whole page, so so excited. You can see I've got a couple Fitzcarraldo editions up there, but I've got quite a few in my collection I love. And then we've got a bit of Vladimir Nabokov, Laughter in the Dark. I've started reading this. I'm about halfway through, I think. I'm probably going to finish this book today. I love the writing. It's my first book that I've read by Nabokov, I think. Very big into the writing. It's about a man. He's a rich, older man, and he has an affair with this younger girl. He is in the film business, I believe. He's an art critic and aspiring filmmaker, okay. And the young girl who he is pursuing wants to be a film star. And it's just that dynamic, the way that plays out is interesting. But mainly I just really like the writing. There's something about Russian writers that I just tend to love their style of writing. Same as with Dostoevsky. I love how extravagant it is, how they profess love so extravagantly and how it's so obsessive and intense, and I really like that. Talking about that, I've just recently read White Nights by Dostoevsky. It's a short, very short novel. I read it in a couple hours. I really like it. I do really like it. It's not what I expected because I'd heard a lot about White Nights. It is I mean, I think it's very multifaceted. It's a simple story, but it's got a lot of layers to it. And if you enjoy classic sort of writing, but you want to read something that's a little bit quicker, I think White Nights is a really good one. And they do actually have the book in one of these editions, the Penguin Archives. And these are quite pretty editions, I think. Yeah, I enjoyed that book. And then, what else have I got downloaded on here? Oh, I'm in the middle of reading Bluets by Maggie Nelson. That is a very short book as well. Probably would only take a couple hours to read. This is the cover. You can't really see it. It's something I was wanting to read for a while because I'd just seen people mention that they liked it. I did not know what it was about at all. And I'm only about 20% the way through. But it is, so far, is literally just it's like a list, I guess. But it's all about the colour blue and the author's fascination and adoration of the colour blue. And I just, the more experimental style of writing is just so cool, I think. It's made me really want to read some of her other stuff. I know she's got another book and it's got a red cover. I've seen it in the bookshop, but it's really made me want to get into more of her writing because it's just so like honest and unflinching and like, I don't know, just I really adore her writing, and it's different again to everything I've mentioned. I've mentioned it a lot in this video, like writing styles. There is just a specific way that writers kind of approach their stories sometimes that just really, really resonate with me and I really enjoy. And I'm very specific about it, and these books all hit that in different ways. And if you've read some of these, you probably know what I mean. Yeah, she does that really, really good. And then I'd say the last book that I'm reading at the moment, I say reading at the moment, I literally read so many books at once, it's insane. But I'm reading The Lover by Marguerite Duras. I really like the style. I've not got far into it at all. Honestly, like I will be honest, I mainly picked it up because I just love the cover. I think the cover is so pretty. And also there's some people that I follow online, like Lauren Hauer. Is it Hauer? She's a big book lady on Instagram and YouTube. She, I think, likes this book, and I trust all of her recommendations. So that's the reason why I've got that, really. But that's kind of everything that I've picked up recently. I mean, I've still got like a million other books on the go. I mean, there's so many up there that I just need to start, or I have started and I'm like 20 pages in and then I pick something else up because I get excited about that one. So yeah, there's like always a lot going on, but that's what I've got at the moment. So I just thought I'd introduce you to those, and if it's something that you're interested in, then go pick it up. Get it on, if you have a Kindle, get it on Anna's Archive. It's a great way to get books. Shh. Anyway, now that I've nerded out about some books, I'm gonna go bake some scones, and I think I'm going to record that as well because people wanted to see like a cooking video or a baking video, sorry. So I think I'm gonna talk to the camera and make some scones and eat all of the scones and then be very bloated and very full and very uncomfortable but very happy. Let me know what you're reading at the moment. If you've got this far, I'd love to know what you're reading. I find it's so fascinating how there's so many different like genres and types of books out there. There's so many different things that people are reading, and I like to try out different genres, so I'm always interested in anything new or whatnot. But yeah, that's all I've got. That's all from me. I love you guys as always, and I appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a wonderful day. See ya. Bye.